down 75, awaiting the moment you finally arrive, and you dive in to the ocean. Everyone's traveling south to the sun, patiently counting the miles till they're done, then get there and feel that beach sand. Just a few miles and you will see the signpost that welcomes you to where you wanna be. Welcome to Florida, you finally crossed the line. You've waited all year and finally you're here, the land of sunshine. Once you reach your destination, you'll find rest and relaxation. Welcome to Florida, you're here. Welcome to Florida, you're here. Winter was harsher this year more than most. Your heart will do well to see that signpost, then you'll coast.
This is what allegedly was planned, but I don't think the story quite went this way. I don't think there was any taxi down any runway. Allegedly, Tiger Woods tricked his ex-girlfriend to the airport for a trip. But this lady said she wants back into her Florida mansion. But here's the question. Is it really her mansion? Or is it Tiger's mansion? They dated for 6 years, but they were not married. They were not common law married. Some states have common law marriage. If you've been together for, a number of years. Certainly 6 years wouldn't qualify for that. And Florida does not have common law marriage. But there are a few states that do. Colorado, Iowa, Kansas, Montana, South Carolina, New Hampshire, and Texas. Can you imagine breaking up with a woman and she files not one, but 2 lawsuits? In October of 2022, Erica Herman filed a lawsuit against a trust that is owned by Tiger Woods and his children, saying that it violated the Residential Landlord-Tenant Act by breaking an oral agreement. And she wants $30 million in damages. And to add further insult to injury, she wants her non-disclosure agreement tossed. It's been in place since 2017. She hasn't complained about it since 2017. And now that Tiger has ended the relationship, suddenly this non-disclosure agreement is a problem for her.
You's a nasty woman.
She has questions about the non-disclosure agreement. She's using the Speak Out Act as a way to get it tossed. Now, this Speak Out Act was intended for victims of sexual abuse or harassment. She has stated that she has not been abused. She's not been harassed. But this is what she's using in hopes of getting her hands on money that she didn't earn. They were not married. They have no children. This is what I call spousal support by another name. Because legally, he's not required to do anything for Erica Herman. So how does she get money that she wants? How does she get access to a property that she doesn't own? Figure out a way to get spousal support. File some sort of complaint. Get it in court. Now, I'm not calling her a snake, but snakes rarely show their heads until they bite you. If you are a man, drop down in the comments and tell me if you would allow a woman to remain in your home to live with you and your children for 5 years after the relationship has ended. This is a question for the men that are listening. I can see a woman doing something like this more than I can see a man doing this, because we are way too sympathetic. Drop down in the comments and let me know if you love your ex enough to support him or her for 5 years. Think about the cost of rent. I'm thinking about, let's just say New Orleans. Think about $2,500 or $3,000 a month times 12 months times 5 years. How many of you want to give your ex, $180,000 to, $200,000 over the next 5 years? Drop down in the comments and give me a few snakeheads if you believe that this woman is lying. I'm not buying it. There's no man walking the face of the earth who is going to tell any woman that she can remain in his home with him and his children for an extra 1,800 days after the relationship has ended. And here's the thing. If this person would use a law that was intended for victims of sexual abuse or harassment, if this person would use something like that, and this hasn't happened to them, if they will use that for their benefit, you can't believe a word they say. In my opinion, the mistake that Tiger Woods made was the use of the word arbitration with the NDA. Is this a personal relationship or is this a business relationship? I wouldn't have used that word because that opened the door for her to initiate a frivolous lawsuit. If there are disputes in a romantic relationship, we don't need to go to court about it. But one of the things I would have included in my non-disclosure is that I don't enter into any oral agreements. So if she's saying that I told her she could remain in my home for 5 years after our relationship has ended, that's nothing but a lie. Because I don't enter into oral agreements. If it isn't written down, it didn't happen. It doesn't exist. Can you imagine this single white female telling Tiger Woods, yeah, I know you won 15 majors. I know I won 0. But this is my house. This is my shit. If you haven't hit the like button already, go ahead and take a second to do that and subscribe to the channel. Why would a man have to tell such a big lie to get a woman up out of his house? Well, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Why would he have to pack up her things himself? In my opinion, it's because she wouldn't leave. Because she still wants him. She doesn't want that relationship to end. What's crazy, in my opinion, is that she wants to pull up to the same house, open the door, and walk on the same floors. That's not how you heal. And she wants to pee in the same toilet for the next 5 years. This is absolutely crazy. No. When a man tells me he don't want me and he lies to get me out the house, but maybe that's what he had to do, I just kind of wash my hands of him and I'm out. I'm gone. But Miss Herman wants to sit her butt down in the same tub in a home that is owned by a man who she is suing using the Speak Out Act, an act that was intended for victims of sexual abuse or harassment. But she said none of these things happened to her, but she's using this law to initiate a lawsuit. So make that make sense. Drop down in the comments and tell me if you want to live in the same home with a man for the next 5 years who don't want you, who packed up your stuff when you left to go to the airport for the fake trip. Drop down and tell me if you want to be in the same home with him, if he may or may not have sexually abused you or harassed you. We all know what this is about. I'm trying to think of the name of that movie. Tom Hanks was in it, and the African guy, and he says, I'm the captain now. I'm the captain now. Miss Herman, in my opinion, is saying, I'm the captain now. I know you won 15 major tournaments, but I need 30 million of that for my emotional distress because you wanted to break up with me and you wanted me to leave your home. I need $30 million. I'm the captain now. And allegedly he bought her another home. And she still said, no, baby, I need to come back to my house. And what's crazy is a lot of the reports refer to the house as their property, their home. It's absolutely insane. It wasn't their home. It's Tiger's home that he allowed his girlfriend to live in with him. They were a couple. So when she's using this Speak Out Act, that was designed for the workplace. So she's pretending that being Tiger Woods' girlfriend was a job. Now you tell me that ain't crazy. In my opinion, that's somebody that's unstable. For example, let's just say that the courts grant her this request. She is allowed back in this man's house for an extra 1,800 days. Where's she gonna sleep? She's wandering around the property for an extra 1,800 days mad. Because every day gonna be mad day. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. So, is she supposed to sleep down the hall from Tiger and the new girlfriend and his children? Or does she get her own wing of the house? Is she allowed to bring Billy Bob home? You know, like, how does this work? This is crazy. Anytime you have to trick a woman out of the house, you damn sure you don't want her coming back. You don't want, and I'm not making light. I'm not making light of this, but this is crazy. But you don't want her coming back after you got her out of there. After you've packed up her things, you don't want to let her back in the house. Tiger is 47 or 48 years old. And I think if you, attempt to extort $30 million off of somebody that is almost 50 years old, I don't care what his net worth is. I think that should be considered elder abuse because this man is too old to be dealing with a woman this crazy. Tiger know how to pick him, don't he? This is crazy. Tiger down the hall blowing another woman back out. And this lady walking in the door, baby, I'm home.
You's a nasty woman.
Now he's got to sleep with one eye open because she down the hall. Mad. What if Tiger fell in love with another woman and wanted to propose to her? He couldn't even bring her home because she's sitting at the dinner table. Pardon my Creole French. But no, Shad, there's no way. There's no way I could close my eyes and lay in a bed and put my head on a pillow with this woman roaming my property. She got to go. There's just no way. That is an unhealthy mindset to think that you could remain around a man for an extra 1,800 days and he doesn't want you there. You can't force, So just think about this. Think about it.
You nasty. You's a nasty
You're
woman.
going to determine, when the relationship is going to end. It's going to end in 5 years. Because I'm not in the mood for this shit today. It's going to end in 1,800 days. So get ready, get prepared. I just need more time. I just need just a little more time. I need 5 years. So basically, she wants a temporary, permanent stay. A temporary, permanent stay. I need 5 years. In 5 years, I'll be ready. So, here's a 5-year notice. Y'all, I'm out. I'm gone. I'm sleepy. I have a terrible cold. Don't forget to like this video, share it, subscribe to the channel.